Street raised, I was brought up where the G stayed. Peep game, those who didn't catch one to your brain. Stay in your lane, never wolfed it, boy, I never fake. Watch them break, watch them fall, still I remain. Never change, never try to come and rearrange. Never hate, never tripping on somebody's plate. That shit is lame, leave that type of shit for the dames. The streets don't play, they'll catch up, watch your life as capes. One game, homie, that you shouldn't play. There's real soldiers in the streets gunning every day. This shit is normal in the vital part of every day. It ain't great, but I'm loyal, so I'll never change. I keep repeating, but I mean it, never lose your way. Heed the warning and the missing just for talking brave. Fuck my enemies, two faces and all the snakes. Now for this matter, just name the time and name the place. We'll get it active, fuck the gap, and I'm in face to face. Real gangsters never fold, then we never shake.
You are now watching M.O.D Entertainment.
What's good, G-Life? Now, we're going to be continuing the list of Varrio gangs listed by numbers in order. Last video, we left off at 18. So 18th Street was the last one in this video. So we're going to be continuing now from 19 and up, you know, for this one. And for starting off the 19th Street neighborhood, we would have to actually head to the Bay Area, Northern California, San Francisco Bay. The Mission Bay area is where we'll be able to find the next neighborhood up in line, which is the Varrio San Franz Mission 19th Street. Now, this is one of few Sureño gangs up here in San Francisco and Northern Cali, because you do have the MSers, the 20 Streeters. You have them right there in San Franz. And then you have the 16 Streeters, another Sureño neighborhood right there. And then you have the 19 Streeters. You get what I mean? Those are the three Sureño sets that are located within this area. And the 19th Street being the largest one out of the Sureño sets over here. The San Franz 19th Street is the largest Sureño neighborhood within this area. I was told, at least this is what I was told, that they're roughly a little bit over 100 members. At least that's what I was told. So it is a very large neighborhood with a lot of clicas. They do have a lot of cliques. And it's a neighborhood that you definitely hear about, you know what I mean? You know, there's some upstaters that, you know, you definitely have heard of their barrio. You know, when you're coming from down south or whatever, because they have a lot of homies incarcerated. I mean, they were doing real things, homie. They were fighting the real fight. You know what I'm saying? They were having real writers doing real things out there. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy establishing there. They had to go through, you know, many battles. So they have a lot of homies, you know, incarcerated and that put in, you know, work, you know, to plant that flag. So, you know, this is a barrio that you definitely hear about right here, 19th Street, very notorious, and continue to still be up and representing theirs and holding it down for the San Franz 19th Street right there. And for the next neighborhood on the list, we will have to travel to San Diego. San Diego is the area where we're able to find the next barrio on the list with the 19th Street moniker, which is the barrio Nestor 19th Street. Nestor 19th Street is a barrio located in San Diego, close to the Nestor Park, is where you can find this barrio. The Nestor 19th Street neighborhood is pretty extensive. Their barrio is everything from 15th Street, expanding all the way to 27th Street, you know, like I said, close to the Nestor Park, so on Grove, on Hollister Street, throughout 18, throughout 15, throughout 16, all the way to 19th. 19th is their main domain, their dojo, where they get it on and cracking, homie, is where you're able to find this barrio, you know, holding it down. And they have been holding it down right here for a cool minute, you know what I mean? This is a barrio that you definitely hear about right here in the SD, you know, the Nestor 19th Street. You know, they do real things, homie. These guys ain't no suckers, you know what I mean? You can find them throughout Saturn Boulevard, Grove Avenue, Ingrid Avenue, throughout Leon Avenue, you know, everything close to the elementary and by Nestor Park is where you find this barrio, you know what I mean? And obviously, you know, all the way to 25th is where it ends. That's everything in the middle is the Nestor 19th Street, real neighborhood that does real things and continue to represent theirs. And next on the list, we will have to be traveling over here to South Central. Now, as far as my knowledge goes, there is no 20th Street I do know that there's clicas out there that use 20th Street, but that's not the name of their barrio. That's just the name of the clica. You get what I'm saying? And like you have the MS 20th Street, whatever, but that's just a clica. But right here in South Central, I'm gonna be adding this neighborhood, even though it's a clique. The reason I'm adding it is because some people actually refer to this neighborhood as being Barrio 21st Street. There's some people that consider it being called 21st Street. There's some people that, that's how you see it tagged up, and how they recognize the neighborhood. But in reality, the barrio is the barrio Street Saints. Street Saints is a neighborhood right here in South Central on the low bottoms, and this is the barrio in which the member Wicked from Brownside, this is the hood where he's from and everything like that. And the Street Saints are recognized as the Street Saints 21st Street Malditos. Even though that's just a clica, sometimes you just see it up just as hidden, hit up just as that. So that's why some people just refer to it as 21st Street, and don't tie in the rest of the neighborhood, but it's all one neighborhood. It's considered one barrio, and that does real things. Now, this barrio is not that big, you know what I mean? The Street Saints has always been roughly more of a smaller barrio. But nonetheless, a barrio that does real things. You get what I'm saying? I was told that they're roughly up to that they're roughly more than 80 members located in different areas. You know what I mean? You can find them on 21st. You can find them on 43rd as well. But 21st Street being there where they started at. You know what I mean? That was home base, their domain. That's where they got it on and cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this area is very notorious because you have so many different neighborhoods just jam-packed within the same area. Not only with Hispanic gangs, but with black gangs as well. You have a lot of Cribs, you have a lot of Bloods. It gets very chaotic, within this area. Not only that, I mean, there's no breathing room at all. There's only like one street that separates all these gangs apart. But the 21st Street Malditos barrio is everything that's from Main Street to Adams to Washington to Maple. So everything that's in the middle is their barrio. But on 21st Street in Los Angeles Street is their domain, their dojo, where they get it on and cracking, where they hold it down for the 21st Street Malditos. And that's who they are representing for theirs and putting theirs down. Now, as we continue right here in South Central, in the low bottom district, we're able to find the next barrio within on the list where we don't even have to travel far, which is the barrio 22nd Street, or it's also known as the Deuce Deuce Gang. 22nd Street is a real barrio that's located right here in the low bottoms of South Central. Like I said, right here in the heart of the danger zone. So many different barrios just, right next to each other, back to back. Really no breathing room from what you guys can see right here from the map. There's just that many neighborhoods, jam-packed within this area. But surprisingly enough, some of these barrios do get to be, a pretty decent size, like the barrio 22nd Street. It is a decent size, even though it's just, jam-packed right there. It's that area just produced, just a lot of gang members. No difference with the 22nd Street. They're a real gang that's still active, still functioning. Like I said, they're a decent size, and they do real things. These guys ain't, to be taken lightly, homie. The 22nd Street is a barrio, they got homies busted. They've been doing their thing, homie. They've been putting theirs on the map, you know what I mean? They ain't no suckers, Like I said, even though there's not that much breathing room, and you got a lot of Cribs, Bloods, and a bunch of different other Hispanic gangs, the Deuce Deuce gang still manages to continue to stand their ground and continue to still make their noise and put it down for theirs. And they continue to do so, and that's what's up with the barrio South Central 22nd Street right here, located on 22nd. And maintaining right here, still in the low bottoms, we have one of the most recognizable neighborhoods, large in size as well, and just one that has like a lot of weight to its name, which is the barrio Primera Flats 23rd Street. Now, I know I covered Primera Flats on here already, but this one is different. It's the same barrio, same thing and everything, but this is their 22nd Street, located right here in the low bottoms. But the reason I'm still adding them onto the list, even though I already added them because they're obviously their first street, is because over here they always make sure that they write 23rd Street. You always see it up, Primera Flats 23rd Street. You know, they always make sure that sometimes you just see the 23rd Street hit up, you know, you don't even see the Primera Flats portion of it hit up. You just see the 23rd of it hit up. So they take pride in being from 23rd Street. You always see it up like that. They got it tattooed like that. That's how they represent theirs, you know, over here. Even though it's the same barrio, that's how they rep theirs. Like over there, they rep 1st Street, proud to be 1st Street and everything like that. Over here on the west side or the south central side, they write it as 23rd, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just see it up as 23rd. So they take pride in that. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm adding them onto this list. And the Barrio 23rd Street, Primera Flats neighborhood is everything. Is from everything that's from Washington Boulevard to Maple, Maple all the way to Adams, and Adams all the way to San Pedro Street. And I know it sounds literally like almost the same streets as the street saints, because literally they're right next to each other. The only thing that separates them is just Maple Avenue. If you cross one side of Maple, you're in Primera's turf. You cross the other side of Maple, you're in Street Saints turf. That's literally how close they are to each other. Literally, Maple's just the only thing splitting them apart. So everything from Washington, so you have 22nd, you have 20th Street, 21st Street, 22nd Street, 23rd Street, 25th Street, you know, and everything like from Trinity Street, Wall Street, and all of that access to their barrio. But on 23rd and Trinity, that's a danger zone, my boy. That's the heart of the hood. That's where it goes down. That's where they get it on and cracking. Very notorious area, very large neighborhood, because this, I want to even say that this side, this clica of theirs, the 23rd, is even larger now than their east side, you know, clica, or if not large, just as large, with more than 100 members within this one. They spread like wildfire. They've been right here in the south central portion of it, because, you know, Primera Flats is a whole barrio, my boy. It's a whole barrio. You get what I'm saying? And they already been right here in South Central already for a long, long time, since like the 50s, my boy. They were one of the first neighborhoods that landed right here in the low bottoms. So they already been right here for a long, long time, homie. You know what I'm saying? You know, planted their flag and everything. Even though the original riders over there, right here, they've been here and continue to still be there and representing for this. But that's what's up with the 23rd Street Primeras. And as far as my knowledge, it goes back is that there's no 24th Street. It's just a clica. They have clicas out there, but there's no 24th Street. There's no 25th Street, as far as I know. So the next one on the list is Barrio 26th Street, and for this one, we would have to travel to San Diego. Well, we have the Barrio Lomas 26th Street. Now, I have already covered Lomas extensively here on these videos. You know what I'm saying? So if you want like more details, you could check out any of those videos, like all the Loma gangs, or where I just break down that portion of San Diego, or where I talk about barrios that have the same name but get confused. In all those videos, I cover the Lomas 26. But yeah, they're a real barrio that's located right here in San Diego, obviously in Golden Hills. Golden Hills being their domain, their dojo, where you can find them at. You know, that's why you see it up as even sometimes as Golden Hills. And they're located obviously on 26th Street. You know, that is the heart of their hood, their domain, and how they represent theirs. And the Barrio Lomas is already a large old school barrio that's been here and continue to still be there and representing for the Lomas 26th Street. And now here in...
Thank you for watching M.O.D Entertainment. Make sure you like and subscribe.
And now the next barrio on the list is another barrio that's located right here in the low bottoms. I know the low bottoms is getting definitely, you know, the spotlight today. It's just that there is that many barrios, and it's just like I'm telling you, it's very chaotic within this area. But this is a barrio that you definitely hear about. This is a barrio that's well known, and not only located here in the low bottoms, but they're located in several other locations like Southgate, the Southside city of Bell, city of Maywood, city of Huntington Park. You can find this barrio in several different spots. You know what I mean? Because they have their east side being the east side of South Central on 29th Street. That's where they started. That's their domain. That is the heart of their hood. That is where it all began. But they have spread to several different spots. You know what I mean? Like on Bell, you can find them right there on St. Louis. You can find them on Maywood, by Maywood Avenue and like Randolph, and then you can find them in HP. You can find them in South. You can find them in different locations. You know, that's the South Side 29th Street, and then this over here is referred to as the East Side 29th Street, or sometimes you just see it up as the South Central 29th Street. But 29th Street is roughly an average size barrio with more than 100 members to it. You know, it's a barrio that you definitely hear about right here in the area that they refer to as the Little Town. You know what I mean? Because, you know, legitimately it has, you know, a life of its own in that area. You know what I mean? You know, in that portion, you know, in the danger zone and the midst of battle. Because, like I said, there's so many different barrios right there, from Primeras, Clanton, Ghetto Boys, Street Saints, 20 Seconds, 28s. You know, you just have so many different barrios right there that where there's no breathing room. That of course is gonna get hectic. Not only that, but you have like the rolling 20 Bloods, and then you know you have like other, you know, like crib sets around too, and Pyrus, and you know what I mean. It's crazy. But the barrio 29th Street continue to represent theirs and hold it down. I got a few homies out of here. Shout out to Boxer. Shout out to Goofy. Shout out to Dopey. Shout out to everybody from 29th Street that still holds it down and continue to represent theirs. You know what I mean? I know homies are with it and with the business and do real things. And that's what's up with the barrio 29th Street right there.
Thank you for watching M.O.D Entertainment. Make sure you like and subscribe.